So what we want to cover here today is actually pretty much two things. I mean, there are two pillars that we do believe in. It comes with the experience that we've had, that you can also not only grow your customer base, but also increase the profitability with your partners, and that's part of what we do, and very important topic to address. And the other one, we're actually going to go through our crystal ball, not too effective sometimes, but we'll try to foresee what's the future for AI and how that will impact our business, if that's the future. So, I mean, most of the people talk about the future of embedded insurance. Guess what, McFly? We're already in the future. And this is what the future looks like. We sell embedded insurance, and we have it all through a very structured journey, a client journey, all embedded, and it is possible. I mean, it is possible that you can use that technology, and you can use that within a very interesting ecosystem. So I'll hand it over to my colleagues here, Roberto Teixeira from XP. They are one of the most important banks in Brazil with a very interesting high net worth client base, and has something to say about it.
Thank you so much, Vegas, for the invitation. I don't think it's
clear. Yeah, it is on.
Thank you so much again for the invitation here. It's going to be a unique opportunity to discuss such amazing strategy in terms of innovation. XP right now turned to be not only a retail full service, but also wholesale. And we are leveraging our ecosystem of insurance using the technology in terms of the marketplace. We right now not only be a marketplace, but also we are as an insurance company. And we turn to be our whole ecosystem of marketplace in the MGA with our own experience. And I will comment later on about the strategy that we have in terms of the embedded insurance, and we are also using AI to be the back end for us, to the writing, up to the strategy in terms of the innovation and journey of our clients.
Very interesting. And on the other side, I have José Machado from Sem Parar. If you guys are from here, from the US, I know it's a Latin panel, but you guys are probably familiar with the Sun Pass in Florida and Easy Pass in the East Coast. That's what Sem Parar is in Brazil. So it's a tag company, very successful, though. Go ahead, José.
Bueno, sorry, but I can speak English, but like Joel Santana in portugués. Para mis amigos de España, o de Latinoamérica, podemos hablar después que bajar, pero eu vou hablar um pouco em português, tranquilo? Bueno, é isso. Acho que o Sem Parar, dentro de uma estrutura de ecossistema de mobilidade, como você já comentou aqui, a gente tem um ecossistema gigantesco, a gente já tem quase 7 milhões, né, de tags no Brasil. É um contexto de mobilidade onde a gente consegue ajudar o cliente, e a Seguro vem aportar agora um pouco mais de tecnologia. Temos usado um pouco dados também para complementar um pouco essa nossa estratégia, ajudando, obviamente, toda a estrutura que a gente já tem de um ecossistema forte, um ecossistema que já conhece o cliente. E eu acho que o mais interessante quando a gente fala de embedded insurance, obviamente, antes de lançar qualquer coisa, é você conhecer o cliente. E eu acho que dentro desse ecossistema que nós temos, a gente fica muito tranquilo e confortável de conhecer o Sem Parar, de ter cliente com 25 anos na nossa base e a gente saber exatamente por onde ele vai e por onde ele está caminhando.
So they are very humble, but living the experience that they have with both ecosystems. And Zé, they have 7 million clients. XP, quantos clientes?
5 million clients.
5 million clients?
Sorry.
So, what XP has done with a high net worth is very interesting prospect and very interesting way of embedding insurance. Zé, on the other hand, is doing a great job where Sem Parar is actually doing in Brazil with our cars what Apple does with your Apple Pay pretty much so. So it's very interesting to see that on where it will evolve. But this is already the future, though. Don't get me mistaken, McFly. Let's go ahead, move on. So looking at, I guess it didn't go. Yeah, there you go. So how can you embed insurance and actually see the benefit from it? We came from working specific strategies. We came from 5,000 policies a month in January 22 to 1 million policies a month in January 24. And that jump is possible for a few reasons. I'm going to come back in a moment. Revenue went from $20 million, monthly revenue, $20 million in 22. It went up to $60 million in revenues in January 24, monthly revenues. And how is that possible? If you have the right partner, if that partner has the right client base, if that partner is ready to evolve with you, there are two things that are very important. That's the pillar that I was talking about at the takeaways at the beginning, which is customer experience and technology. Both things are very important, and they come in that order. So first is customer experience. Without the customer, you're nothing. Without a great experience that the customer will have within your ecosystem, if that experience is not the best, it's not excellency, forget about it. You're not going to do it. And the other part, of course, technology. Technology to actually support what you're doing. Technology to actually move you ahead. And again, that's not the future. That is today, as is. Zé, you wanna help me out here?
Ok. Acho que o primeiro caso que a gente tem super interessante de Embedded Insurance, olhando principalmente para o nosso futuro, é o auto diário que a gente lançou em parceria com a própria Kovr. E a gente, basicamente, hoje tem 14 milhões de transações em pedágios todo mês, né, no Sem Parar. E usando a estrutura de conhecer o cliente, sabendo qual momento que ele está passando, a gente criou o nosso auto diário, que é um seguro que, ao passar pelo pedágio, você tem 24 horas de cobertura, né? Obviamente, uma LMI super limitada ali por uma questão de risco. Mas tem uma estrutura ali que a gente, obviamente, ser simples, porque o cliente ele contrata com um único clique dentro do aplicativo do Sem Parar. Ele consegue ser simples, é uma experiência fluida, onde você passa pelo pedágio, a gente captura uma dessas 14 milhões de transações todo mês. É pessoal, né, porque toda a tag do Sem Parar está incluída num único carro, então nós já conhecemos esse cliente e ele é onipresente, porque tecnicamente a gente já está vendendo em outras lojas, também do Sem Parar, com 1.500 vendedores. Então, essa experiência, né, que você chama de sample, é fundamental para o Embedded Insurance, por exemplo, acontecer.
So, few things very important here. 14 million transactions a month. On this 14 million transactions a month, as you go, what we created is a daily coverage, auto daily coverage. As you go through your toll, it's already, you are covered, seamlessly covered. All you have to do is just to say yes, to click on.
I'm talking about vacation or holidays, as that.
Oh, there are. It can double it. Yeah, on vacations and holidays, it can even double. But that's the regular transaction. So that's embedded, right? I mean, that's the way we see how embedded should be. As you're driving, you should be covered whenever you're going through the toll. Why not? So you're covered for the day in whatever highway you are. So that's the way we see it. And Tex, we have two interesting products. We have the credit card protection, we have mobile protection, and all designed for high net worth customers. So,
exactly, that's a great point, because we born as an insurtech. Then we leverage the IT for the journeys and also for the innovation. We also developed in Brazil a company called Insurance as a Service. That company is an enabler to connect one product in 1 week. Then we started one kind of product with Kovr, obviously, that we launched for the cell mobile insurance, also credit insurance. And at this moment, we are also launching for the not only credit, mobile, and also for the claims that cyber claims or individual ones. Then we are mainly focused in developing new products and also using AI to connect the predict models to be more achieved, to enhance our efficiency in terms of the conversion of our proposals. Then we are scale our operation with the tailor-made service for our clients.
Yeah, so understanding the ecosystem, we were able to build a product and actually put in place in production in less than a month, I would say 20 days or so, because they had the technology to do so, and we had the capabilities to design the product and actually having the way to embed the whole journey and all through API.
Just one important thing that we have at our environment that we know our client because we have the spending of this client in the terms of the credit card. We have the accounting. Then we can mix all of those datas to have the better journey to be implemented in our mobile, in our omni-channel in terms of the services.
No, not giving away quite a lot here, but the reason why we're able to embed and make a great journey is because these guys have a lot of data. So they have the huge data lakes, and it's interesting that we can surf through that data and actually decide what path we can choose and where to go first so that we can get the best leverage out of it. So moving along, so two very important pillars. So how do we see this? I mean, we understand as a concept, and our concept at Kovr is that embedded insurance should be simple, should be truly embedded experience. It is very personal. In some cases, we have, in most of the cases, we have individual APIs to actually have and gather all the information and do issue the policies and deliver services and so on individually also, and to be omnipresent, present everywhere. So everywhere where the client is exchanging information, exchanging data, and touch points with the client, that's where we are to actually offer that client something that is of importance for him or her. Looking to the future ahead, this is a tricky question. I mean, when they came with, when we're talking about the subject, embedded insurance, as I said, the future of embedded insurance, I said, well, there's no future here. It's actually how we see it today. But when we add the AI information in, it brings a different perspective to it. Everyone is talking about AI and Gen AI. We were actually discussing it a few weeks ago. We were able to participate on a Gartner event in Brazil. And what was interesting, and I'd like to share with you, and part of the discussion here, bring it to this panel, was most of the things that we're talking about, going to Back to the Future, they were actually traveling 30 years ahead in order to see the future. AI, it is the future, Gen AI. But look at that. I mean, we're talking about 2026. We're talking about 2030. That's not 30 years ahead of us future. That's a few years ahead. And what are we doing today to actually be prepared to what's coming ahead of us? So most of the companies, you'll have robo-colleagues by 2026, and that's data by Gartner. The other one, customer data and AI customers, they will be very significant in business as we come to 2026. And so, and so on. I mean, many interesting things ahead of us. So we always ask, how do we see this future, and how do we think that we can be prepared for this? And I'll hand it over to José.
Acho que a pergunta
Give us your 2 cents on it.
Acho que a pergunta de $1 milhão.
Not 2 cents, $1 million, right?
Mas
Even more. A Gardner charges no one
E
from Gardner here, right?
Bom, acho que no Sem Parar a gente tem seguido dois contextos. Um é melhorar a vida do nosso parceiro, que é a seguradora, e o outro, melhorar a experiência do usuário. Todas aquelas documentações, a gente já está passando por um modelo muito mais de consultoria. Então, o cliente pergunta e já resume 180 páginas de uma policy ou de um contrato. E quando a gente olha para uma linha de melhorar a vida do parceiro, a gente tem 25 anos de conhecimento de base de mobilidade, e a gente automaticamente consegue precificar e ajudar o parceiro a ter dados o suficiente para mudar a precificação. Tem clientes nossos, 10% dos nossos clientes têm risco de roubo e furto de automóvel em 0%. De tão bom esse cliente está localizado e a parte que ele dirige. Então, acho que o futuro ele é incerto, é a pergunta de $1 milhão, mas talvez a gente vai descobrir ao longo do caminho. Mas nós, como Sem Parar, a gente acredita em duas partes: melhorar a vida do parceiro e, com certeza, melhorar a vida do nosso cliente.
Thanks, Zé. XA.
I foresee this point in 3 pillars of strategy. At XP, we are using AI, right now Gen AI, because we are introducing AI not only to predict models, but also to machine learning and chatbots. It's going to be very useful for our clients. And I see that the combination with Gen AI, with the embedded insurance, we can also be powerful, enhance more back end of operations in terms of the underwriting, in terms of the services. And I also see that this combination is going to be very powerful to sell the proposal. We are going to personalize and customize our experience for our clients. And we are going to see very useful and potential in terms of this strategy. And finally, I think that combination with the AI, with the embedded insurance, can also be creating new kinds of products, new kinds of coverage, because we are going to see the behavior of our clients. And it's going to be possible to create more assistance, coverage, different kinds of products, and also the relationship between the client, insurance companies, and also technology. We are going to have those kinds of relation. And finally, combination with AI, embedded insurance, and also combination with IoT and also wearables. This kind of strategy, you can predict the behavior of the client and also, again, create new kinds of products. That it's going to be a potential, enormous potential of strategy in terms of those strategy.
It's interesting to hear that because IoT is what you have on your tag. IoT and is what you have on the mobile and the mobile app that the bank has. And the way that we use that information is a great value to us. But when we look what AI will bring to companies such as ours is, first of all, it will somehow help us to process experiences, research, R&D, for instance, much faster than in the past, cheaper than in the past, I would say. We can test products, we can test potential clients, we can test potential markets. We can use all of that to enhance our offer, to enhance our product. We can develop new products, we can develop new markets, we can understand better the clients, we can gather more data. So all of that can be done with AI. And that can be done in a way much faster than before, cheaper than before. And that's the reason why the future is not 5 years ahead of us. The future is a year ahead of us, a year and a half, maybe 2 years ahead of us, depending on how much we are investing as is in companies, in our company, in any company here, how much you are investing on AI. And we were provoking ourselves at the beginning of the year, challenging ourselves, that's a better word, at the beginning of the year to say, okay, so what has driven us up to where we are right now is not what will continue to drive us for the future ahead. How can we anticipate and start investing on what we're looking at through AI? And many investments we've done since the beginning of the year regarding AI, they have already delivered quite an interesting impact. And I know that most of you guys have a lot of investments in that area. Tex just mentioned here, and Zé também. Sorry. Also, yeah, trying to switch back and forth here, language. Sorry. And it's interesting to see that it's bringing companies to compete in a different level, in a different game. So welcome to the new world, because it's already here. And yeah, I'm controlling this thing. Okay? Get a button, my place right here. Probably do a better job. And it got stuck on me. There you go. So how do we prepare for this? And the way we see is innovation to move beyond. Without a doubt, innovation is part of the culture. It has to be still part of the culture. I know that this, for some of you, is not new, but it's very important to remember and to continue to push. The other is, without a doubt, creating embedded experiences. Somehow the way that you can analyze information, gather data, and use that to make an offer that is much more interesting than a client going to you just to buy what you want to offer, being in the middle of a client journey and offer what that person needs and wants at the time that they need and they want is very interesting. As I mentioned, not only the offer for the mobile coverage here, but also the daily car protection there. It's something amazing. And these guys are growing as fast as never before, and they're just at the beginning of the race, I would say. And integrated technology. I know that a lot talk about API, a lot talk about having fast connection, but at the end of the day, what does that bring? It's not only how fast you can connect, it's how well you can adapt, adjust, how your technology is easy to move around, is flexible in a way where you can build what it's needed at the time that is needed to address a need that changes. We've been through COVID and the pandemic times. Every 3 months, every 6 months, we had something new, right? It will open this, it will close that. Now we'll have this service going. Now we won't have this service going. And we all had to adjust and adapt. And the way that the technology works for us, it has to be in order to make you adapt and adjust easier. I don't know, any last points you guys want to make? Any last comments? José, Tex, all good?
Yeah, pretty good.
All good. We're about done. Thank you all, though.